Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Cowboys get grim news in latest NFL announcement. The Dallas Cowboys have a lot of excitement in their camp right now, especially since the NFL announced that the team will be playing in the first NFL game of the season on Thursday, September 4th, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. The kickoff game will be a great opportunity for the Cowboys to show off their new team, including new head coach Brian Schottenheimer and a once-again healthy franchise quarterback in the talented Dak Prescott. But it's not all good news for the Cowboys. The NFL has also unleashed the predicted strength of schedule for all 32 NFL teams. It's similar to earlier reports that have come out indicating the difficulty of the NFL's schedules for 2025, and it brings some tough news for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys ended their 2024 season 7-10, and they didn't make the playoffs, so hopefully 2025 will be a comeback season for the team. Considering that the Cowboys didn't have the strongest season, one might think that the NFL would give them an easier schedule, but that's not the case. According to the NFL's post with Caesar Sports, the Cowboys have the fifth most difficult schedule in the NFL for 2025. Come on, guys, do they really deserve that? But, at least there are 4 teams that have a tougher schedule than the Cowboys. The New York Giants, despite being tied for the worst record in the NFL for 2024, have the most difficult schedule for next season. Based on opponent winning percentage from last year, the Giants will have the toughest opponents, followed by the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions, who are both tied at number 2. The Philadelphia Eagles are at number 4, followed by the Cowboys. As for the easy schedules for 2025, the San Francisco 49ers have the easiest schedule in the league. The New Orleans Saints and New England Patriots also have among the easiest schedules for 2025. So, how did the Cowboys get handed such a difficult schedule despite having a weak standing in the NFL last season? It's because of the collective performance of the NFC North during the 2024 season. That's also why the Bears, Lions, Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings all have more difficult schedules. Of course, the good news is that just because the Cowboys have a difficult schedule for 2025, that in no way means they will have a losing season. So, chin up. When the NFL posted their strength of schedule, followers took to X to comment on the NFL's post. Some of them noticed that the 49ers were given an easy schedule and said that was expected. League giving 49ers easiest SOS, what a shock, one follower stated on X, Niners Super Bowl here we come, another stated. Other followers commented on the New York Giants having the toughest schedule for 2025. It's not a shock that the Giants have the hardest, one follower stated. What did the Giants do to deserve this? Another said along with a skull emoji. Really had to give the Giants the hardest schedule? Bad enough already, another stated. Browns Myles Garrett and Cowboys Micah Parsons make scary pair in workouts. The Cleveland Browns have one of the best edge rushers in the entire NFL in Myles Garrett, so there are not many players that come close to him at his position. But the Dallas Cowboys have one of them. Micah Parsons is one of the scariest threats coming off the edge in the league, and that is shown by the 52.5 sacks that he has racked up in just 4 seasons. He and Garrett give opposing quarterbacks nightmares, and a recent post made by Garrett shows the two working out together. The year that Garrett won the DPOY award, Parsons finished third in voting as a result of his 14 sacks and 18 tackles for loss. The Cowboys star is still searching for his first DPOY, but it will be tough while Garrett is still in the league. Parsons was even recruiting the Browns superstar before he was extended by Cleveland. He signed a 4-year, $160 million deal back in March, which makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, which is a title that a player of Garrett's caliber deserves. As for Parsons, he is in the final year of his rookie contract thanks to his 5th-year option, which means the Cowboys will need to extend him soon. They took some time to do that with Dak Prescott, and especially CeeDee Lamb, but it will hopefully not take them as long with a player like Parsons. So, Garrett, who is from the Dallas area, and Micah, who is now the defensive king of the Cowboys, hanging out together. That's a scary pair. Garrett and Parsons are two of, if not the two most imposing threats off the edge in the NFL, and they will be looking to get after opposing quarterbacks in the 2025 season. Cowboys named ideal home for underwhelming Lions defender in latest trade proposal. Since rumors around a particular player ramped up heading into the draft, it seems the Detroit Lions will be idle on the trade front for a while. Situations can and do change though, and the opportunity to trade someone from a position of depth to a team that needs help at that spot cannot be disregarded. The Lions were able to add players in the draft who could push certain veterans toward roles that won't fit their status or pay/cap hit. As position battles work themselves out between now and the start of the season, those veterans could have appeal to other teams in trade talks. One Lions veteran seems to be picking up some steam as a trade candidate lately, and it may only be a matter of time, driven by some other circumstances, before a move actually happens. Mason Cameron of Pro Football Focus recently named one last offseason move for each NFC team, with a player said team could target to fill the prescribed void. For the Dallas Cowboy, Cameron noted sign or trade for a run-stuffing interior defender as that final offseason move, with Lions defensive tackle DJ Reader as the recommended target. Dallas hasn't been afraid to leverage future draft capital this offseason and should consider monitoring another opportunity. The Lions' DJ Reader has been considered a cut candidate and could fit in nicely with the Cowboys, whether through a trade or a post-release signing. Reader boasts a 91st percentile PFF run defense grade over the past 3 seasons. Reader was graded out by PFF as a top 40 defensive tackle in the league last season. His first season as a Lion was fine, 3 sacks, 20 quarterback pressures, PFF grades above 62.0 across the board, but unremarkable overall. Read more, Lions second-round pick praised as rookie who could make humongous impact according to Over the Cap, such as they are or would be compelled to move on. Trading Reader is more beneficial to the Lions than cutting him. A trade before June 1st would clear $7.941 million in cap space, with $4.97 million left behind in dead money for 2025. A post-June 1 trade shifts those numbers to $11.69 million and $1.243 million respectively. Cutting Reader before June 1st, which is unlikely as we sit here approaching mid-May, would leave the Lions with $8.972 in dead money this year and clear $3.961 million in cap space. A post-June 1 cut of course moves those numbers to $7.69 million in cap savings and $5.243 million in dead money. Reader is a solid trade asset if the Lions want to go that direction. There would be no reason to cut him, with multiple teams potentially interested if he were available. If a suitable trade offer doesn't come, keeping him would not be the worst thing. But as teams who may have interest in trading for Reader go, if Brad Holmes entertains the idea, the Cowboys would be high on the list of suitors who could be fleeced. Maybe Jerry Jones eventually makes an offer that shouldn't, be refused. And you, fan? What do you think about DJ Reader's situation? Write to us in the comments.